Six Flags Fiesta Texas is my favorite Six Flags park for several reasons, but one of the most important factors is the park's stacked ride lineup. This San Antonio park has 10 operating roller coasters and several notable non-coasters that round out the ride collection. So in this video, I will count down my top 15 favorite rides and attractions at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. Number 15, Scream. One of the icons of the park, this S&S drop tower was the first combo tower, meaning it combines both the space shot launch and turbo drop plunge into one full ride experience. Unfortunately, this one does have a really weak launch, so it offers no airtime at the top, and the drop is fairly mild for a ride like this, as it only offers a meek pop of airtime at the top. However, this ride does make the list for the awesome views. Scream is one of the few rides at the park that towers above the quarry wall, so it offers a gorgeous panoramic view of the park. Number 14, Screamin Eagle. This is the upcharge zipline attraction that takes you above the quarry wall. What makes this ride are the visuals, especially of Superman as you whiz over the coaster. The zipline itself also offers a few thrills. The ascent occurs faster than you'd expect, and there's this unnerving tilt at the top as you go forwards, and you also have a solid descent. Number 13, SkyScreamer. Here is yet another ride about the visuals. This is among the shorter fun-time SkyScreamers in the chain, standing just 200 feet or 61 meters tall, but it makes it one of the tallest rides in the park, and it offers amazing visuals of the park, the nearby shopping center atop the quarry wall, and the quarry wall itself. It's actually pretty freaky looking down and seeing that you're swinging above the wall itself. I do place this ride ahead of the prior two because it sustains the great views for longer. Number 12, Pandemonium. This Gerstlauer spinning coaster is the lone coaster in the boardwalk section of the park, and it's a really nice family coaster. The drops, while small, do have some good zip to them if you can experience them sideways or backwards, and the helixes induce some great spinning, especially if you're lucky enough to get an off-balanced car. Up next would have been the defunct Scooby-Doo Ghostblaster. This Sally Dark ride was removed in 2018 to make way for Pirates of the Deep Sea. It was refreshing to ride one of these dark rides that hadn't yet been converted into a Boo Blasters attraction like the ones at the Cedar Fair parks. I grew up watching Scooby-Doo, so the little touches such as the Scooby-Doo theme song and the Mystery Machine cars were full of nostalgia for me. The ride itself had the familiar 2D figures of the other Sally shooters, but all the targets worked, and many reacted when hit. At number 11 is the replacement ride, Pirates of the Deep Sea. Pirates of the Deep Sea was an in-house revamp by Fiesta Texas. The well-themed queue line was a shock for me, and it even included an animatronic. It sets the story for the ride. The targets on the ride were still 2D figures, but the different theme from the familiar ghosts you see in the others was neat to see. And the targets were just as responsive as before, and the auditory feedback was really helpful. Number 10, Gully Washer. The park's River Rapids ride is just what the doctor ordered on a hot summer day. This rapids ride is very well shaded, and very little of it can actually be seen from the midway. This ride has a few decent rapids, but the other effects are what really soak you. There are several geysers and sprayers along the course, plus a giant waterfall that is almost guaranteed to hit you. And the ride also offers some amazing views of Iron Rattler diving off the quarry. Number 9, Roadrunner Express. This was the final mine train built by Aerodynamics, and it's pretty evident. Not only is the track work smoother, but the layout, which was designed by none other than Alan Schilke, is more ambitious. The coaster goes above the quarry wall, and it also holds its speed better, has some turns with some shockingly good positive Gs, and also peppers in a few airtime moments. Number 8, Batman the Ride. The original S&S Freespin gave wilder rides for me in 2017 and 2018. The flipping seemed more plentiful and random than the other installations in the Six Flags chain. I rode this a few times in 2020, but the amount of spinning seemed less frequent. However, the flips were still fairly well timed. The ones on the first drop and Raven turn were particularly thrilling and wild. I know these rides often get a bad rap as flat rides on wheels, and I don't disagree with that statement. However, I personally enjoy the chaotic ride experience and how it complements the other coasters. Number 7. Bugs' Whitewater Rapids. This Hopkins Super Flume may be the best log flume in the Six Flags chain. The experience starts with a shockingly well-themed medieval queue line with a Looney Tunes twist. While most of the ride isn't highly themed, there are a few figures along the way, including an evil dragon that'll squirt you. A large chunk of the course does take place high above the ground, but what makes this flume special are the drops. The first one is this funky double down with a bunny hill afterwards, while the second drop is quite steep and sizable for a flume, and it even offers a tiny pop of airtime. Number 6. Joker Carnival of Chaos. The park's best non-coaster is their record-breaking Frisbee. This Zamperla Giga Discovery swings riders to heights of 172 feet or 52 meters, reaching speeds of 75 miles per hour or 121 kilometers per hour. It's actually the fastest attraction in the park, and you feel every bit of that speed. The ride offers some stunning views while offering weak but very sustained floater airtime on those max swings. I do wish the ride cycle didn't take as long to warm up and cool down, but those max swings are glorious and worth riding the ride for. And this ride also has one of the best queue lines in the world. It's an attraction in itself as you go through this demented funhouse themed to the Batman villains. I have a separate review going into more detail on this attraction, but it's a really great fit for the park. Number 5. Poltergeist. The park's only launch coaster is a Premier Ride Spaghetti Bowl. The launch isn't super powerful, it just has a small kick at the start, but the twisted mess of track is the ride's strength. It starts with 3 forceful inversions that had me graying out, and then you quickly wind your way back down to the ground. Since this one isn't trimmed like the indoor Flight of Fear clones, the second half really whips you through the turns, and the final corkscrew is super disorienting. My head is always spinning when I hit the brake run. Number 4. Goliath. While this Batman the Ride clone has a weird name, it's still the usually awesome ride. This B&M invert has 5 great inversions. The 2 vertical loops caused me to start graying out, while the 0 G-roll and final 2 corkscrews had some incredible whip to them. Plus, the ride is perfectly smooth despite being relocated not once, but twice. Number 3. Superman Krypton Coaster. This is the best B&M floorless coaster. Superman takes you above the quarry wall at 2 points, and the resulting drops off the wall are incredible. These twisting drops offer a tiny bit of weightlessness and a neat visual as you twist next to the quarry. And then you also have 6 awesome inversions. The vertical loop and 0 G-roll offer some float, while the final 2 corkscrews are ridiculously snappy because the mid-course brake run fails to slow you down even at a mile per hour. I have a separate review going into more detail, but this is the park's best inversion-based coaster. Number 2. Wonder Woman Golden Lasso Coaster. The prototype Rocky Mountain Construction Raptor runs like a bat out of hell. This coaster seems to move unnaturally fast as it charges through its ultra-compact layout. The pacing is unreal. The first half is some of the strongest and most abrupt ejector airtime in the world, especially because the dive loop and S-Hill also offer wicked laterals at the same time. The second half's elements aren't quite as wild, but they're still strong, and the coaster maintains its breakneck speeds into the brake run. Sure, the over-the-shoulder restraints aren't ideal, but I can look past them for one of the most aggressive rides on the planet. I have a separate review going into more detail, but this RMC is absolutely insane. And coming in at number 1 is another RMC, an Iron Rattler. This was the second RMC Iron Horse conversion, and it's an incredible ride. Like Superman Roadrunner Express, Iron Rattler takes you above the quarry wall several times. Now, many enthusiasts criticize this coaster's pacing and lack of speed on the quarry sections, but I don't mind them. I enjoy them. Yes, the coaster is slow in these sections, but the coaster keeps you engaged. The elements are appropriately scaled and exciting, either offering good airtime or lateral hang time. But the highlights are undoubtedly the 2 main drops, which is why you need to ride this coaster in the back row. The ejector airtime is incredibly sustained and powerful, and I think the first drop is the best drop in the world. That airtime combined with the laterals and visuals is breathtaking. And you also have a wonderful inversion chock full of hang time. This is one of my favorite coasters in the world for the reasons I delve into in a separate review. So those are my top 15 favorite rides and attractions at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. This park has a lot of great rides. What are your favorite rides at this park? Or thoughts on any of the attractions that I mentioned? I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoyed this countdown, I'd appreciate if you gave this video a like, and you considered subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.